What's up YouTube, this your boy Perfect Cell, and right about now I'm going to do another video game video, and the video game that I'm talking about right now is Mortal Kombat. And just in case if y'all didn't know, on my backup channel I did a Mortal Kombat video not too long ago, and if y'all want to look at that video I will put the link down in the description. And just in case if y'all don't know what the video was, it was on the worst Mortal Kombat characters. And well, I was going off in that video so much on my alter ego. Well, my alter ego is supposed to go off on videos like that. But now it's time to get back on the main channel and tone it down and make this list on my 10 favorite Mortal Kombat characters. Now, a bit heads up before we go any further with this video. This is my list, okay? This is not your list, it's not your grandma's list, it's not YouTube's list. This is Perfect Cell's list. So I don't want to see anybody in the comment section going, oh, what about this fighter? Or what about that fighter? Or this list sucks. It's my list, okay? You ain't gotta like it, it's mine though. Now if you shared your favorite fighters up here, I'm okay with that, alright? Because at the end of the day, we all have different beliefs. But with no further ado, here goes Perfect Cell's top 10 favorite Mortal Kombat characters. Number 10, we have Striker. Now, this might be a little controversial because mainly in Mortal Kombat 3, Striker sucks. But hey, that was just Mortal Kombat 3 though. In Armageddon and MK9, Striker redeemed himself quite a bit. And his clothes, his moves, and all the above reminds me of one of those mercenaries off of the movie Ninja Assassin. That's a good movie, by the way. I should do a review on that one of these days. But back to the topic at hand. Like, what a transformation that was. He definitely went from a douche to a badass. And that one fatality in Mortal Kombat 9 when he puts a grenade in you and it explodes inside of you, I love it. And it's one of my faves. And I hope to see him again in the future installments because his character have improved a whole lot. I think Striker is the most improved character in the Mortal Kombat series. Number 9, we have Cassie Cage. Yeah, that's right. I love Cassie Cage. What's not to like? The next generation MK warrior, a big name in the special forces, heir to Sonya Blade, and I forgot her last name was Cage, but also heir to Johnny Cage, whatever. But never mind her heritage. Cassie is more than just the next generation MK warrior. She's also the leader of the next generation MK warriors. And she has this air about him that if you piss her off, she'll just straight up murder you. Not to mention Cassie Cage is funny, nonchalant, and not to mention she saved the world from the almighty powerful Shinnok. And not to mention I love her MK11 fatality where she kicks you in the nards and then your spinal cord comes out through your head. And her fatal blows, man, her fatal blows are to die for. I see what NetherRealm Studios was doing when she made her. And you know what? I'm not mad at them for doing that. Number 8, Scorpion. Now I know I'm going to get a whole lot of flack for putting Scorpion so low on this list. But before I say why he's low on this list, I just have to say this. You know Scorpion had to be on this list somehow, whether it's number 8 or number 1. I mean, what's a Mortal Kombat best character list without Scorpion? Come on now. Where should I start? His special moves are iconic, not just in MK, but in fighting games as a whole. The Skull Fire Toasty, the teleporting punch, the get over here spear, man, all of that is just out of this world. And who remembers the Toasty fatality? Yeah, that can never be replaced. Now for all you diehard MK fans that's disappointed in me for putting him at number 8, but you have to understand, my top 5 Mortal Kombat characters that I have up on this list, they all have this thing about them all. You know, because when I'm playing with these characters or playing against these characters, I have that feeling that I'm playing against some of the best Mortal Kombat characters in my life. Well, I'm not even just playing against the best characters, but I feel like I'm playing some of the best Mortal Kombat ever. And unfortunately, I don't get that feeling with Scorpion. Like, I don't think he's a bad character at all. He wouldn't be on this list if he wasn't. I mean, he wouldn't be on this list if he was. But Scorpion, he's just, I don't know. Scorpion just doesn't do it for me when I play Mortal Kombat. But that doesn't change the fact that he's the most iconic character in the franchise and a fan favorite. Number 7, Fujin. Fujin is probably the most underrated character on this list because he's a great MK character in my opinion, and he possesses great abilities. And his character development is fairly decent. And not to mention, he's the god of wind. Like, come on, man. Come on. The god of wind. Come on now. He's another elder god. I just hate that they have to keep killing this character off. Like, y'all need to put some respect on this man. Don't you know that Fujin, he's actually named after a Japanese god? Not just any Japanese god, but the Japanese god of wind. And not to mention, his wind powers are out of this world. Well, being that he is a god, I assume they would be out this world. And don't get me started on the MK4 fatality where he used the wind to skin you alive. Like, I can say what I want. It might not be an MK classic, but it's a Fujin classic. Alright? So put some respect on Fujin's name. Number 6, Raiden. You know what's stronger than wind? Huh? Do you? I'll tell you what's stronger than wind. Shazam! Lightning! Okay, yeah, I know that was corny. But come on, y'all, I love Raiden. Ever since I played MK Gold, from the charge worm, the thunderbolts, the teleportation, the little pole that he used to electrocute you to death, and not to mention the little incoherent babbling like Bernie Mac whenever he be whipping his kids.
It's like, well, I done told you. Next time I tell you, I can have a lot.
But above all, he possesses the power of electricity. And we cannot deny that Raiden, he is the most important stable in the fighting game that is Mortal Kombat. And we can't wait to see what he does next. Without a doubt, Raiden is the patriarch of the series. Number 5, Shang Tsung. Shang Tsung has got to be one of the most iconic villains in the entire Mortal Kombat franchise. Shang Tsung is the very first boss in Mortal Kombat. Like, don't get me wrong, Chronicle is a great boss, but you can't beat the classics. I mean, come on now. Shang Tsung was an old sorcerer who stole many souls to restore his youth. And let's not forget one of Shang Tsung's biggest moments, when he finally get his wish. He finally gets to do what he wants to do, and that's to off Liu Kang and steal his soul. I mean, yeah, of course it was a cheap shot, and Liu Kang was kind of whooping his ass until Quan Chi intervened. But hey, at least he got his revenge though. And not to mention, Shang Tsung can turn into many different people as he controls fire, and he can steal your soul, which I mentioned before. I mean, what more can you ask from a villain? Number 4, Sub-Zero. Ah, what nostalgia. Sub-Zero is the first character I have ever played with. And I never knew this until now, but Sub-Zero is the poster boy for fatalities. I've never knew that in the almost 25 years of my existence. And what made him the poster boy for fatalities? The whole spinal cord rip. Yeah, I mean, nowadays it's not a big deal, but let every parents in the 90s see something like that. They got scared and pissed their pants. Not to mention, Sub-Zero got a cool name, and he lives up to his name too. And not to mention, he's so good that there's 2 Sub-Zeros. I mean, well, he's not really like clone or nothing like the other Sub-Zero's his brother, but still, there's 2 Sub-Zeros. Come on, man. Not to mention, he controls ice, just like his name does. And not to mention, he has his own game. Even though everyone played it, told me that it blows. But hey, I can't really say nothing about the game because I've never played it. But hate it or love it, there's no question that Sub-Zero, he revolutionized game around the world. There's nothing more you can ask for Sub-Zero. Sub-Zero isn't the poster boy of the Mortal Kombat franchise. Sub-Zero is the Mortal Kombat franchise. Number 3, Quan Chi. Of all the ninjas, the demons, the elder gods, and the female ninjas dressed in lingerie, the oblivious player of the game always played the MK4 for the first time and always asked that weird question. Who in Sam's Hill is that pale guy? Okay, maybe they didn't, but still, I know I did when I first played MK4, well, MK Gold really. Quan Chi is another sorcerer who seeks power, and he's so power hungry that he will stop at nothing to get what he wants. He went so far as in turning the two most famous Mortal Kombat ninjas against each other, Sub-Zero and Scorpion, by killing Scorpion's family and then framed Sub-Zero for it. And not only he did that, but his power led him into double crossing some of the most famous villains in the series. Not to mention, Quan Chi escapes hell like freaking El Chapo escaped prison in Mexico. And oh man, don't get me started on his abilities. He can control the dead to his liking, and his fatalities are some of the best fatalities I've ever seen. Well, except for that one giraffe fatality, I don't know what Midwood was thinking putting that up on there, but hey man, Quan Chi is the man. That's all I gotta say. Number 2, Baraka, the Tarkatan big dog who leads all the other Tarkatans. Unlike his peers, he seems to be a bit ambitious, intelligent, and very tactical in battle. Those are the qualities that get Shao Kahn's attention. And then because of that, Shao Kahn made him one of his warriors of Outworld. But one of his viziers, I guess, I don't know. And like so, Baraka is very loyal to Shao Kahn. But between you and me, I think he's loyal to Shao Kahn to please Mileena. You know he got a thing for Mileena. And just in case if y'all didn't know, Mileena, she's a Tarkatan too. Well, that's what she looks like. And she's cloned from Kitana. And not to mention, I love Baraka's blades. I love how he slices you and dices you and shoot like a little beam at you with him. And with Baraka having sharp teeth, I really want him to see him use that really bad. And it seems like a good skill to use in the future. Now, before I reveal the number 1 pick, let me get into some honorable mentions. Number 1, Kung Lao. Yes, I love Kung Lao, can't you tell? I love the rivalry between him and Liu Kang. I love his right loaded Shaolin martial arts style of his. Not to mention the man can teleport, and we can't forget his most defining trait, the hat blade. And I have to tell you, that blade he cuts you in half with, probably the most violent thing I've seen in a video game the first time I seen that. Now, even though that hat and his fatalities are off the chain, I still think even without the hat, Kung Lao would be an even big deal. I mean, yeah, sure, he never made a fatality without his hat really, but I feel like he can still move some weight without it though. And I definitely can't wait to see what the next installment have in store for him, because I love his character development, I love his attributes. I mean, I can go on and on about Kung Lao, but unfortunately I have to end it right here. So yeah, this concludes this video. Let me know on the comment section who your top 10 is, because I would like to see it. And also, don't forget to like this video, don't forget to comment your top 10, and don't forget to subscribe to this page if you haven't already. And this is your boy Perfect Cell, and I'm Ghost.